everyone, and welcome to Spicing It Up. I'm your host, Maria de Guzman, and today we have Sharita Henderson. Sharita, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
That's great to hear. So, Sharita, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Sharita Henderson, and I am an MTSU graduate, and I currently work in the music industry for a radio station. I work in promotions, and I also am hoping to be an on-air host soon.
Oh, wow. What's your DJ name?
It'll be Mama Rita, because of course, I love to cook.
Oh, wow, yeah. Why Mama Rita, besides the fact that you like to cook?
Well, I have a good group of friends and sorority sisters and fraternity brothers, and they always love to come to my house, and I'll cook for them, and we'll make special meals and kind of bond.
Oh, that's so great. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you could be my mother today.
No
So what are you going to
problem.
make for us?
I am going to make pancakes, sausage, and eggs, a great breakfast meal for you.
Ooh, can you tell me some of the ingredients that are over here?
Sure. We're going to have pancake mix, sausage, eggs, Morton's Nature Seasoning, Lowry's Seasoned Salt, and water.
Oh my goodness.
And it's really reasonable. It's easy for college students. I mean, the pancake mix was 49 cents.
Oh wow. Reasonable, cheap, and breakfast food. Those are my three favorite things.
Yes.
So I'm hungry and I really want breakfast food. So let's get started.
Let's get started. If you can grab that pancake mix for me.
Pancake mix. Ooh.
And we're going to take the water as well. If you want to rip open that pancake mix.
Okay, I thought it was going to be one of those things that was going to be really hard to open, but it's okay. Oh.
And we'll just pour some of that in the bowl. And you can pour as needed. You don't have to pour the whole thing in there.
Okay.
And we're just going to kind of mix in some and then mix in the water as well.
Tell me when to stop.
All right. And that'll be good for the first batch.
Okie dokie. Oh.
And so we're going to pour in a little bit of water and mix it in there.
Ooh, how many cups or teaspoons or tablespoons are we talking?
Well, with pancake mix, you want to kind of get it until it's in the right consistency. If you like fluffy pancakes, less water. So you're going to keep stirring until it gets to the consistency you want. And so we'll add a little bit more water since it's still kind of clumpy.
Okay. Do you like clumpy pancakes?
I don't. I want to make sure that they're nice and fluffy and get them kind of to the right consistency. You want it kind of like a mix, like if you were baking a cake.
Okay. Wow. That is some lumpy pancake mix right now.
Yep. So you just pour it in the water as needed, and you just make sure that you stir it really good and get all of the pancake mix in there.
So, Sharita, what happens if you put too much water?
If you put too much, all you have to do is add in some more of the mix, and it'll kind of even out for you.
Okay.
So if you want to pour just a little bit more water.
Alrighty. I love helping out people. Yeah.
And that's good.
You see, the reason why I asked if what happens if I put too much water is because I have a hand like that.
You're a heavy-handed pourer. That's
little
fine.
bit.
Just grab a little bit more of that mix.
Okie dokie.
And we'll dump some in.
Yay. So is it, do you like cooking just pancakes or do you prefer waffles as well?
And the great thing about it is you can use the mix for both. So if you have a waffle maker, you can do the same thing as if you were going to do pancakes. So it's the same consistency. You want to have the same amount. And all you have to do is pour it into your waffle maker.
That sounds great. I have a waffle maker at home that I only use for making cookies, but never for any waffles. So I'm going to try this.
You got to put that thing to use now.
I know. I need to use it for its appropriate name, which is waffle maker.
Yes. And so that's to the good consistency that we want. It's still got a little bit of lump, but it's good enough to where we can use it. So we're going to grab that spray butter.
Spray butter?
Yes.
Ooh.
And we're going to use the spray butter, and what you're going to do is spray it onto your skillet. And that just kind of coats it for you and makes sure that everything is ready for use. And then with your pancakes, you're just going to pour some on.
And do you like spread it out with the spoon as well?
Yes, you can.
How thin does it have to be?
It can be as thin as you want them. If you like them nice and round, you can do that. And if you want them really thick, then pour on as much as you want. You can make them any size you want to.
All right. And what setting does the heat have to be in?
The setting we have it on is right at 300 for our skillet, and it's gonna cook and it'll start doing bubbles when it's ready to be flipped, and you'll kind of see it go on there. And you can always check it with the spatula and check the underside, and it'll let you know.
There's a spatula right here.
And while we're letting those cook, we're gonna start on our sausage.
Yay! All right. I got really excited about sausage for some reason. So this is, I can see that it's the microwavable frozen ones.
Yes.
How about, do you use just this, or is it?
Yes, you can use just that. It's pretty much ready to go. So once you heat it up and you start cooking them, they'll be ready to go, and you can just pop them on a skillet or pop them in the microwave if you're in a dorm room, and it's super easy.
Well, let's pop them in right now.
And we'll take that spray butter again. You always want to grease your skillet. And then we'll take some of those sausages.
I'll take that out of your hands.
And we'll do a few of those and let those cook on there for you.
I bet this is like a really popular part of your meal.
It is. I love sausage probably more than I love bacon.
Aww.
But you can do either one, whatever floats your boat. But make sure that you turn up your heat, and you'll start to hear it sizzle. And you're just going to keep rotating those as we go along. So you want to keep an eye on it. And we're going to get started on our eggs next.
Awesome. That's my favorite sound in the whole world. If you can, like,
If you can hear that sizzle.
it's my favorite thing. I wish that was my alarm clock in the morning, because I would get up immediately.
It can wake your roommate up.
Definitely. It can wake anybody up.
Yes.
I have that. That's a theory. So how long do you usually wait to flip the sausage over?
You're gonna wait probably a minute or two. You wanna kind of check and see. It'll start to sizzle, and you'll kind of keep an eye on it while you're cooking. You can cook multiple things at once, so it's fine as long as you pay attention to it. Don't get on your phone and start texting or anything, but just make sure that you keep an eye on it and just rotate them. I would rotate them about every minute to minute and a half.
Okay, so you might want to like start rotating right now.
Use your spatula, and you're gonna rotate them, and they'll start to cook for you, and you'll start to see some of those brown lines.
That's a great noise. It's so nice.
Yes, they're gonna be awesome once we get finished.
Oh,
And then you see our pancakes are starting to bubble.
I can see that. Yay! Everything's coming together.
So
It looks like a Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. You can make them in different shapes and everything. I've seen some of those tasty videos where they make them into Mickey Mouse
Or a
and
star.
minis and everything. And so you're gonna check under your pancake. And those are a little light, so if you wanna leave them on for a little bit longer. Some people like dark pancakes. My dad loves dark pancakes. He's always like, send me the dark pancakes. They have the crust on them and everything. So we're gonna let that sit for a little bit longer, and we can go ahead and crack our eggs and get started on those, and then we'll come back to them.
Do you usually put anything on your pancakes, like chocolate chips or anything like that?
You can add in whatever you'd like to. I know some people like to put pecans or chocolate chips. Some people even put peanut butter in them. So whatever you like, whatever floats your boat. You can use strawberries or blueberries or bananas. They're often pretty good choice for anyone. Whatever works within your budget or whatever works within your taste buds.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna go ahead and crack that egg.
If I can. Whoa! Awesome. That's great. So how do you like your eggs?
I like my eggs scrambled.
Ooh, me too.
I love them scrambled. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our Morton seasoning, nature seasoning, and our Lowry seasoning.
Ooh, yay. Oh, I better not sneeze.
And you're gonna sprinkle that to your desired effect, so that's good.
And then this is...
And then the Lowry seasoning.
It does not look
seasoned
like
salt.
salt. Wow. Oh, shoot. That is why. I usually
that's
like
good.
putting like garlic salt on mine.
Yeah, you can mix in whatever seasonings you like. You can use it for omelets as well. but you can add in seasoned salt. I like to use nature seasoning because it gives you a little bit of black pepper, but it also gives you some more flavor.
Ooh.
That's normal, and you can go ahead and stir those up.
Yeah, I used to not like to put any kind of seasoning on my eggs, and then I dated this guy who would put garlic salt on everything.
Yes.
And I just kind of got used to eating it, and that's what I still do. So that is the only good thing that I've gotten out of the relationship. So, okay. How do you, okay, so I've heard people kind of go like, oh, I like my eggs over easy or over medium or something like that. How do you know, like what is over easy and over medium and all that?
Well, I'm a scrambled girl. I use scrambled all the time. I don't normally eat over easy or anything, but you can go ahead and lay it on the skillet and then it'll cook for you, and then flip it over and keep it like that.
Yeah.
Some people take the yolk out. Some people just use all of the eggs. So it depends on what your taste buds are. And I see that our pancakes are ready to be flipped. So we're gonna flip them over really quick, and it's just a flick of the wrist.
And they look so good.
And then you're gonna just pat that down really quickly.
I usually just like pat it a few times.
Yeah, definitely. And we're gonna flip this last one over.
There's nothing like home cooking, I swear.
Yes,
It's
definitely.
fantastic.
And I
All
love
right.
the fact that ours have a little bit of crust on them. I used to eat the crust off of my pancakes when I was a kid.
Yes.
So it's
good
awesome. And
times.
we're gonna rotate these sausages as well.
And what about the eggs?
We're gonna add that to our last skillet. So we're gonna take our butter spray
Oh, butter spray. This is
Yes.
not it. All right, here you go.
and we're gonna spray the bottom of that pan.
And here you go.
And then we'll take this and we're gonna pour our eggs in there, and you'll hear that sizzle.
Ooh. That is a nice sound.
Yes, I love it.
It's always like my favorite thing to hear in the morning.
And then you'll start to hear the sizzle, and you'll just kind of scrape it around the pan.
It looks great. Oh my gosh.
And because we stirred it up, it'll have a nice consistency for our eggs. And you'll kind of let them cook in the pan for a little bit. The longer that you let it sit, the harder your eggs are going to be. I like mine really fluffy, so I kind of keep them moving around the pan.
And do you also like to keep the setting low as well?
Yes. And you can also test how hot your skillet is by just using a drop of water.
Ooh.
So if you're like, oh, I don't know if it's ready or not yet, just drop a bit of water in there.
Well, it looks delicious, and I feel like it's going to taste even better.
Yes,
thanks to all
I
the
can't
seasoning.
wait. And the seasoning gives it a little bit of flavor. I know some people don't like it, but you can do whatever floats your boat and make sure that you have a lot of fun with it.
Sounds good. All right, are we
And
going to
so-
pop it in the...
Yes, our eggs are ready.
Yay! I love eggs. I always get excited about them. Excited about them. Why didn't I make that
I
sooner?
see what you did there.
Breakfast jokes.
Awesome breakfast jokes. Alrighty. And there you go. And we're gonna rotate our sausage a little bit more. We're gonna cut off our egg skillet. And they are almost done. We're gonna let them sit a little bit longer, and you can turn up the heat just a bit. You see that browning on those sausages, and I like to have a little bit of brown on mine. Make sure that they're ready.
Me too. I always like that.
And then we'll check our pancakes, and they are almost done.
Ooh.
So we'll go ahead and pop those off.
I'm so excited.
Can't wait.
All right.
All right, and our breakfast is almost done.
Our breakfast.
We have to add that sausage on there. This is the breakfast of champions
Exactly.
for any MTSU student.
Exactly. Well, I'm about to go devour these. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for stopping by.
At Middle Tennessee State University, students don't just earn a degree in an electronic media communications field, they get to learn, collaborate, and create. Middle Tennessee students get hands-on, real-world experience, and our graduates have found exciting jobs with some of the world's communication leaders. This is just one community among many. Explore all that MTSU has to offer. Devoted to student success, Middle Tennessee State University.
Hello and welcome to Spicing It Up. Today on the show we have Sharita Henderson. Sharita, how are you today?
I am great and glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here too, and I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Sharita and I go by Mama Rita.
Ooh.
All of my friends and fraternity brothers and sorority sisters call me that. I'm the mother of the group, and I love having all my friends over for meals because the best way to bond is over food.
Well, that's great. We're going to bond over food today.
Yes.
So tell me what you're going to cook today.
We're going to make my famous lemon pepper wings and then my fruit tea.
Oh my goodness, that sounds fantastic. Especially
It
the
is
chicken
delicious, yes.
part. Is that a specialty of yours?
It is. I made it a long time ago, and ever since then, everybody's like, hey, can we have a meal at your house? And can we have those lemon pepper wings?
Ooh, yes. I'm going to ask you that after the show.
Yes,
once we try
we're going to
them.
be buds.
Yes. So can you tell me some of the ingredients that we have today?
Sure. We're going to start with chicken wings, olive oil, lemon pepper, seasoning, salt and pepper. And I like to use Morton seasoning salt and some of Lowry's seasoning salt.
Ooh, that actually sounds pretty awesome. Well,
is.
I'm ready for chicken.
Yes.
So let's jump right into it.
Yes, grab that bag of chicken for me.
Ooh.
And we're gonna use these chicken wings. And I like to get the party pack from Kroger because they're about $6 and you can feed a lot of people with them.
Oh, usually how many?
For a big group, I usually get 2 bags, but today we have 1 bag. So we're gonna use these chicken wings and place them in that bowl. And the best tip I can give you is to make sure you wash your wings before. You don't want to get salmonella or anything like that. So you want to make sure you wash your wings. We washed them already, so they're good to go. And we're going to place that back over there.
All right.
And then the next step is to grab our olive oil.
Olive oil?
I like to use olive oil because it gives the seasoning something to stick to. And it's pretty reasonable. I get the small bottle because the larger bottles are kind of expensive.
Yes, that actually makes sense. And it's only just the 2 of us who are consuming this.
And so I use olive oil because it's a lot healthier than if you're going to use like vegetable oil or something. So we're going to make sure that we kind of coat those wings in the olive oil. And we'll set that over there.
All right.
And I like to kind of stir it with my hands and make sure that all of the olive oil gets all over the chicken wings.
Right, because we like to be dirty on this show.
Yes, get our hands dirty on this show. And then we're gonna grab our lemon pepper seasoning.
Okay, and it's this one, right?
Yes,
All
we'll
right.
use that one. This one isn't open, so we'll grab the one that's
Yeah, we'll grab
open.
the one that is open. That's black pepper. That's not it. This is it.
That is it.
I found it finally. There's the cap for that one.
Let's see. My hands are sticky. Mine
Oh yeah, sure thing. Yeah, it's all that chicken.
Yes.
So who taught you how to make this?
My grandmother taught me, and we used to spend time in the kitchen cooking and talking about family history.
Oh wow.
And she was a teacher in Chicago, and so she used to tell me stories about all the kids she had in her class and her school. And so we're gonna kind of flip those chicken wings over in our bowl and make sure that we get all of the seasoning on them. And you can be heavy-handed with this.
Yes.
Because I like to make sure that my chicken has flavor.
Normally I don't like lemon pepper, but it smells really good. That
Yes,
seasoning
it's
smells great.
awesome. And then we're gonna grab that nature seasoning really quick.
And it's
The big one,
oh, it's the big one.
the blue one. the
Oh yeah,
Morton's.
that's right.
So we'll grab that, and you don't use as much of the Morton's as you did with the lemon pepper because you want that lemon pepper to be prominent in your dish.
All right. So it's really just like a guessing game then.
Yes.
Got
I
it.
just season to taste. I like my wings to be pretty flavorful, so I do that.
I do too.
And we're gonna grab that Lowry's seasoning salt.
There it is.
And so this is just a little bit, you don't use nearly as much.
Okay, so like the more, I've noticed that like
You do
start off
less
with one
as
you go.
As you
Okay.
go. So
Yeah.
you're gonna start off with your lemon pepper and you use the most because that's the flavor of the wings.
All right, and then we're just gonna let them.
And we're gonna
Cook over
put
there?
these on our skillet and we're gonna take our spatula and place these on our skillet.
We have a spoon, which is great. It could replace the spatula.
Well, we're gonna use our spoon for that famous fruit tea.
Oh, never mind then.
So we're gonna put these on our skillet and turn up the heat.
Sounds great. I'm really excited.
And we'll make that fruit tea while our chicken is cooking.
So this is a full meal.
Yes, this can be used for parties or anything that you want to do with big groups of friends and family.
Aw.
And so we're gonna grab our pitcher
Here it is.
and we're gonna start on that fruit tea.
I'm excited.
And so we're gonna use our orange juice first.
Is this the base?
Yes, it is the base of our fruit tea. I like to use different fruit juices and you can mix it up as you like. If you like more of one flavor than the other, then you can also do that.
What juices that do you like to mix together?
I like to use orange juice, grapefruit juice, pineapple juice, and I use half and half of the fruit tea and lemonade mix.
Ooh. And that's what we're gonna work with today?
That is.
Sounds awesome. I'm really excited to try this. I love juice. Oh, I can hear it sizzling.
You hear that sizzle, so
I'm
you
so
know it's
excited.
cooking. And so we're gonna grab that grapefruit juice next.
Oh, right. I love grapefruit juice. It's really
yes,
good.
I do too. So I love to add in a lot more of the grapefruit juice. And you can kind of smell that juice mixing together and it smells amazing.
Oh, it smells like home. My mom will be so proud that I learned so many new recipes today.
Yes.
First this, and then the chicken. It just doesn't stop.
And then we're gonna grab our fruit tea and lemonade seasoning. And we're gonna grab that. Open that up really quick.
And you're gonna just, so are there any like estimations?
For this, since we have such a large jug, I'm gonna use about 4 of these Crystal Light packets.
Do you want me to open that for you?
Sure.
Okay. 4 of these Crystal Light packets. And then we just kind of sprinkle it all in there?
Yep, we're gonna toss it in there. And you're gonna go from like an orange color to a darker color because it's got that tea mix in there. Probably won't.
Oh, I'll open that for you.
Sure.
Yeah. It's a little hard to open when you have chicken hands.
Chicken hands, yes.
Oh no. Oh, and it also says tear across on the other side. So that would have been helpful to know. Okay. And you just dump it all in there.
And you dump it in there.
And who taught you how to make this? Your grandma as well?
Yes, it's a secret family recipe that I'm sharing with you all today.
So it's not so secret
Not a
anymore.
secret anymore. Grandma, don't be mad.
Sorry, Grandma. But I'm enjoying it. All right.
So we're gonna dump that in there. And then we're gonna take our spoon and start to season.
Yay!
And stir up our drink.
If you could see the inside of this right now,
It looks awesome.
it looks like it's gonna taste amazing. And I'm way too excited about it.
And the fun part about this fruit tea is if you're at home and you're not on campus, you can mix in a little special something if you want to spike your drink.
We are not gonna say because this is a family show.
It's a family show, but for the adults at home, if you're like me.
Just kids, leave the living room for 5 seconds. Ooh, that smells so good. I think it's the Crystal Light.
It is. It looks amazing.
All right. So after the chicken is done cooking,
Yes. We'll let that rest for a little bit. You want
Alright.
to let it rest, and then you'll go back to stirring it. And so
Got
we're
it.
going to flip our chicken over.
already. And how long does this chicken usually take to cook?
It takes about 15 to 30 minutes. You want to make sure that it's done all the way through, so you want to keep flipping them because you want to make sure it cooks on all sides.
Right. Otherwise, you will get food poisoning.
Yes.
That's always been my fear with meat, is that I'm gonna like mess it up.
And you get better over time.
Right.
So as long as you make sure that you watch your meat, and the browner it gets, the more it's cooked.
It's
So
just weird because it looks cooked on the outside, but then it's not on the inside.
So you can pop it in the oven if you like, and it'll stick it in the oven for about 15 minutes, and it'll also cook on the inside for you. But I like to put it on the skillet just so it gets a little brown on the outside, and I get a little bit of crust from those lemon pepper.
Okay. If you're gonna bake it in the oven, what's the temperature and how long do you keep it in for?
You can put it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it'll cook in there, and if you see that it isn't done, you can leave it in longer. Just make sure that you check on it, and it'll be fine, and it'll come out. You'll start to smell the lemon pepper in the house.
Kind of like how I can right
now.
now.
Everybody know that chicken is almost ready.
Your future children will love you forever.
Yes.
They will never leave the house. They will just always want your cooking.
I always have a friend over because they're like, what are you cooking next?
Can you come over to my house and cook some food?
Yes, I absolutely can. I would love to.
That sounds awesome. That would be great. This smells good. And I have a rice cooker at home. So
Yes,
some rice
with
as
this
well.
meal you can add in any other sides that you like. I like to do rice sometimes, so I'll take rice, and they have those ready to go bags that you can stick in the pot for 10 minutes with some water, and it gives you a nice side that would be awesome with this meal. And you can add in some steamed broccoli if you like, and it'll be amazing.
That actually does sound amazing. It sounds like a family meal.
It is.
So we let this sit for a while, the stew sit for a while. What are we going to do with it next?
We are going to keep stirring,
I'll stir that for you.
and then we can add in some more of the orange juice and grapefruit juice.
All right, I'll be sure to do that.
Because I like to add in a little bit more since we put in so much of the powder for the tea. Because you want to have that fruit flavor.
Exactly, and not a powder flavor.
Yes.
And here's the grape. Oh, that was not good, but anyway. Oh, it smells amazing and it looks amazing. You are amazing.
Well, thank you.
It's just, I feel so satisfied right now. This is just great. And we are bonding over food.
We are.
Which is great. All right. So, when the chicken is done, what do you like to serve it on?
I like to put it on a plate, so I have some chicken that's already pre-made for you all.
Oh, that's magic.
So once it's done, it's gonna come out looking like this. I like that nice golden texture on it, and it has a little bit of crunch because I like my wings to have a little bit of flavor for them.
And do you just have to use, I know you use lemon pepper, but say I wanted to use like,
You can literally use any seasoning that you like at home. Some people like to use seasoned salt. You can do some Caribbean jerk with it and toss it in some jerk seasoning, and it'll taste amazing. Just as long as you stay true to the flavor and let whatever prominent flavor you want to have be the first ingredient that you use.
well, that actually sounds amazing. I'm gonna go put some buffalo sauce on it, if you
Yes,
don't mind.
definitely.
I'm gonna take it and just put buffalo sauce on it. Well, I'm ready to eat this, and I bet you are too.
I am.
Thank you for joining us again. This is Sharita. I'm Maria. It rhymes. See you next time on Spicing It Up. Thanks.